Yeah. Oh, hi.
Hello, sorry, were you talking to those guys?
Yeah, we were talking about the match.
I'm sorry, man. You can talk to them after. I need to interview now.
Sure.
Can you just introduce yourself for me?
Yeah, sure. I'm Hetzer. I'm a member and founder of the Infantry Regiment 9, which is part of the KGL. We played today in the semifinals. I was the platoon lead on KGL side, and yes.
Thank you, man. Thank you. You died in perfectly. Firstly, I got to say, what an incredible game. Both teams, you performed really well on a difficult map, and it came so close down to tickets. Incredible job to you and your entire team. Good job to you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I totally agree in that.
Hmm.
Um, a crazy game. Collision Francophone, as said previously, is a tough opponent, and it was the best kind of event which can be streamed.
True,
Should be
true.
entertaining.
True, true. Well, I mean, my first question is always this. I imagine you're a little bit disappointed, but tonight's results, how do you feel about them?
Yeah, we in total, I think we lost in with 44 tickets in difference, one round one and two. I'm sure we are a bit disappointed because we had a great event today. We performed very well. Um, but we are not sad. We will have a match about the third place against Rusty 40. I can say here we are confident in winning that. So the third place is our goal for this league, and we will be pleased, or would be pleased if we reach this.
Fair, fair. Um, I want to talk about your strategy tonight. So going into this match, you obviously, unfortunately, you didn't win last week. You lost on time, very close on tickets though. This map has proved to be very difficult for the attacking team. So going into tonight's game, where you guys are on the defense, what was your strategy that you're going to employ?
Yeah, we started with changing our tactic in the style to prepare for a major assault on any side. We concentrated to the northwest and southeast, which came out is or was the right direction to defend. We were sure about the heavy push, which will come from the beginning on. Um, we defended it good in the beginning, but the pressure of the enemy tanks made it really difficult to execute our battle plans. We had Squad 5 from Knisterich was in the northwest, for example. He got mowed down by French snipers, so that I had to let him respawn at Belvedere, make a whole run to the north, drop in the north, so that he can open a new flank and attack the enemy from behind. So I can say, due to the fact also that our tanks weren't able to reach the objective. They got intercepted the whole time by French AT guys. It was an incredible gameplay from them. So all these factors just, I would not say crushed our battle plans, or at least made them. It came out that we need to change it within the game. So our beginning tactic was quickly changed.
Okay, fair enough. You said your defense was prioritized around the south-ish of the map, and it proved correct. South and west, because that's where the biggest coalition push came at the beginning of the game. They pushed in from the west with all three tanks and two large infantry squads, whilst also sending some around to the south to flank. And they only pushed in from the north with one small squad, and you also positioned one small squad in the north to defend. Is there something about the north side of the cap that why you didn't defend the north? Maybe what led to that
Um,
decision?
yeah, I got your question. the point is, I bet you saw it in the stream. Um, the the little I say river around the castle. If you reach that from the western side on, if you look on the map directly, if they reach this little point, they have a huge impact on everything which moves to the south. So they can open the entrance for them. So this is a crucial point, which can be accessed really easy from the north. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. That explains it then. That's something that maybe public players who watch this will know from now on then, that the south and west is more viable than the north. Because this is with everyone said this is one of the hardest objectives to take, even for
Yes,
competitive games.
it really is.
It's incredibly hard, yeah. And public servers always struggle with the map. You will see a lot of people quitting because of how difficult it is. Um, but yeah, so you mentioned your tanks were constantly getting intercepted. That's not something I caught on stream. I saw the tank battles play out. So on the way to defend the cap, was your tanks being intercepted by like Roman AT guys? Is that what you mentioned?
Yeah, at least with my informations, they got every time into contact with infantry, and there, as you know, there are a lot of bushes there, and they're hopelessly, yeah, in this kind of scenario. So we couldn't use them as planned today.
Fair. And I think it was 2 times Coalition Francophone pushed really close onto the castle. Like you said, they came in from the west and the south, and they got along the moat, the river, and the walls on the castle. And it was really twice you guys. It seemed a little bit desperate. You was like pulling everything to the cap. I think your MSP was really far away at one point. Was there any point during the game where the comms were just get to the castle, defend the castle?
I wouldn't call it desperate. It's the perfect example for coordinated post-scriptum gameplay. Of course, if the main objective is under heavy pressure, the platoon lead gives a call, guys, concentrate on the objective. And the perfect example for a well-executed team or well-playing team is that everybody turns around and focus on the objective. So I'm kind of proud to hear that. Must be looking great in stream.
It really did, especially towards the end. I was not expecting the Coalition Francophone to push that late into the game, but that push at the end, I think it came down to about 4 or 5 of your original defending squad in the castle were the only ones alive, and we just saw KGL, just the red names rushing forward to try push them back, and you did successfully push them back. But yeah, it was really close because we weren't expecting the cap like in the game. Were you guys expecting a cap to push in, or were you expecting Coalition Francophone to maybe back off and more play on tickets?
I wouldn't. Also, we didn't expect Coalition Francophone to be cheeky and play in that play style, like pulling back when everything is safe from tickets. So maybe a little leak for the league rules. They could have just spawned with a platoon lead and wait for the time to for the event to end.
Yeah, that's true.
But they didn't do that, of course. Coalition Francophone is a great team, and the French final this ladder is well deserved to the French community. They did really improve to the last ladder. Yeah, back to your question. I lost it.
Were you expecting Coalition Francophone towards the? I think it was about 8 minutes left in game to do that big push and almost take the castle at the end of the game.
We expected to get them or that they get really close to the objective. We were prepared for that, and all of our squad leads was briefed in that what to do in this situation. So we managed to push them back. Yeah, of course, if you the point is to get into this one position, like entering the western ditch. Is it a ditch around the? I don't know the English word.
The moat around the castle. The
Yeah,
moat, yeah.
if you enter that, you have a complete different scenario to before, because the difficult is reaching that point, and yeah, so we expected it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Last question about your strategy then. Is there anything you would have changed if you were to play this again? Anything about your strategy that you would change, whether
Yeah,
attacking or defending?
the point is, again, postscriptum, the 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 little things made the big difference. When I, for example, when I drove around and put squad 5 in the back of the French coalition, I drove to the north, away around the enemy main base, and searched for their mortar position. If I turned in that situation south, I would found the enemy mortars like 15 minutes earlier and could have engaged them. You know, so they wouldn't have mortar support for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Like for example that, and another thing is I could have switched the tanks way earlier to infantry, because they had no chance to reach the battleground. So this could be also a change, but after the game, we're always, yeah, we know it better afterwards. So yeah.
Yeah, no, fair enough, fair enough. Something I didn't see tonight was German logi. I just missed it. What was your German's logistics plan for tonight?
They did mainly try to support the tanks with repair stations and things like that. We dropped supplies at the castle at the very beginning, so that it could have been fortified. Also, they were in charge of resupplying the front line with MSPs, and they did quite a good job today.
Fair enough. So you are going to be playing against Rusty 40, going for the third and fourth place for the tournament. Is there anything about that team that scares you? Do you think that team has a certain strength?
To answer that, I want to look a bit in the history of our relationships. RIP is a big clan which plays Postscriptum from the first minute, also 40-1, and we played with them when Iron 9 was like 10 people big, and we grow and grow and started playing against them 40v40. So we know them good, and we hear that they improved. So we are looking forward to the event and take it, of course, seriously.
Fair enough. Any favorite map you would like to play?
I think my favorite map is Driel.
Drill? Oh, okay.
Driel, yes.
My favorite map too.
Chapter 1 maps overall are the best ones. Everything
agree.
after Chapter 1 is...
Big agree. Big agree. Well, okay then. So you were the commander tonight. Is there anyone tonight from your team that you would like to nominate as MVP? Chat, do you have any questions as well?
Good question.
I want your questions,
I
chat.
would say Loser from the Iron 9. His squad made an incredible performance today. You can watch it in the scoreboard. So I would suggest them.
What was his position on the map? Like, was he defending a certain area?
He was to the east and south, mainly roaming around and killing everything.
Okay, fair enough. Aside from that, I don't really have any more questions, so I'll leave it to you if you want to add anything.
I'm good, thank you.
Fair enough. Then, incredible game tonight. It's good to see you get this far. I would have liked to see, not all French final, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Best of luck in the third place competition now, and thank you for doing the interview.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No problem,
Bye-bye.
man. You take care. The Churchill was annoying. Churchill was very annoying. I can tell. The Churchill was annoying. Guys, that was Hetzer from the IR9. Thank you for him joining me. Big shout out to the King's German Legion. They played well throughout this tournament. They came top of the Group 2. So the King's German Legion were Group 2 winners. They're now going to be fighting for third place against Rusty 40, who were second place winners. Polarized.
Hello.
Hello, man. Can you just introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Polarized. I'm one of the leaders of the coalition Francophone. I'm part of Elena, which is one of the team of the coalition, and yeah, I was playing as platoon commander during this game.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I've got you dialed in. Well, firstly, I said it to the King's German Legion. Incredible job from you guys tonight. Incredible job throughout the entire tournament so far. The ladder, I don't think you've lost a single game. Your win streak continues. So, incredible job tonight. I'm going to ask you this. I ask it every week. Tonight's results, how do you feel about them?
I just want to say this first. Actually, this was the first game we actually lost against KGL
True,
or against
Yeah.
anyone in this tournament. Yeah. So we're not completely pleased with the tournament, but it was such a fun game that it doesn't really matter. And even if we did go to the finals, we would have still had a blast. It was such a good game.
It's been the closest and most intense match, I think, in the tournament so far.
It really was, yeah.
It was so good to watch, and I think, was it 46 tickets in it? So it could have literally gone either way. A couple of tank kills, MSPs, and it could have been a completely different result. It was so good, so evenly matched. Well, moving on then. Can you talk to us what your strategy was for tonight?
Yeah, so we planned a huge push to the south with tanks, infantry. We even planned at some points to have a half track, just rush in the castle, but we didn't have a half track in the deck, the vehicle deck we have, so that wasn't possible.
That's what the Bren was at the beginning, because I wondered what the Bren was for.
Yeah, we hope to have a half track, but yeah, the Bren is not fast enough to do this. And yeah, just a huge push to the southeast, and yeah. Then we kind of swapped to the north because we couldn't just cross the bridge south or even get close to the castle. So yeah, we just tried north, then we tried northwest, but that kind of worked. We got on the cap for a bit of time. We almost capped it, but our guys weren't able to get into the castle. The KGL guys just held to it till the very end and were able to wipe us and get the cap back.
Okay, fair enough. When we were speaking to Hetzer, he mentioned that they prioritize defending the south for specific reasons. Can you explain why you decided to attack more from the south and west side rather than the north and east?
Yeah, basically it comes down to it's the place where you can get into the castle the easiest. You have that little wall you can climb over in the, I don't know how to call it, like the river around the castle.
The moat, yeah.
You can get to the southern bridge. You can get to the east as well. Yeah, it's just the easiest place to attack. The tank can do like just a lot of kills because it's all open field, or almost all open fields. And yeah, we just felt like it was the easiest place to attack.
Fair enough. So we saw you using 3 tanks. Every one was utilized. So you kind of just wanted to steamroll over the defenses in the west and south just to get on cap as fast as possible. That was the overall objective.
Yes, it was. But we had a bit of an issue in that we didn't have enough people to the east, so we weren't able to push far enough east. And I think that's the big thing that had us, well, not take the points.
Okay, yeah.
That as well as the mortars, we had a lot of issues with the mortars, like technical issues. I don't know why, but our guys just couldn't fire where they wanted to fire. I don't know what happened there.
Okay, because we saw you guys, you utilized 3 mortars very early, like, moment the game begun, you had a crew of 3 mortars up firing immediately. Was that throughout the entire game? Did you just have 3 mortars up the entire time?
Most of the game, yes. Our plan was to make it impossible to use the castle as a how should I say that? As a defensive point, I guess. Just blind them with smoke and make it impossible for them to come back inside. Or if they did, they could just get it with an HE. So yeah, that was the plan with the mortars.
So were your mortars firing to the east of the castle where the underground water tunnel is? Is that where their target was?
No, the target was really inside the castle.
Okay. Okay, fair
And
enough.
we kind of moved our mortars where they needed to be at some point, because we, like, by example, when we took the castle, when we almost took the castle, we had all of our mortars fired to the east, as to completely block reinforcements. But little did we know, KGL was coming from the northwest. I don't know how they managed that. There was a really cheeky flank, and it's completely blocked us from taking the point.
Yeah, I think it was at some point they got dropped off by a transport vehicle to your northwest, because I didn't see a MSP or anything in there, and you guys did a good job of finding those rallies, taking those rallies offline, and the closest spawn then for the Germans, for the KGL, was an MSP very far in the east that was pretty much useless for the entirety it was up until they got the second one down. So you guys came very close, I think twice towards the end, and then about 20 minutes in, you guys almost pushed them completely out the cap. So that was an incredible job. I only saw you guys using one MSP as well at the start of the game. I don't know if I missed the second one, if it was found and destroyed. But
no, we actually used both. There was one to the east in a small, how should I call that? Like a weird small lake.
Okay.
To the east. I don't know if you can see it, like on the stream right now. It's above the two tanks.
Was
next
it
to the commander?
Oh yeah, next to the, I saw it. I didn't know if that was a transport vehicle or an MSP, because they
that
kind
was
of
an
the
MSP,
same.
yeah.
Ah, so they found it and destroyed it. Okay, fair enough.
It was quickly destroyed when the enemy Panthers came in. They spotted it.
Okay.
So this was one gone, and the other one was southwest near the FOB.
Okay, so you mentioned you didn't have the numbers in the east, and I think Flavian was the squad at the east at the beginning, who was coming from like the river to the east. He had his rally down, but I think they got discovered quite early on. And then the MSP is down. Is that kind of where the plan stalled that you had in mind?
It's not the only thing, but it definitely played a big role. We had a lot of issues coming from the west as well. As Edzer said, there is that, as I said, the river around the castle. I'm sorry, I don't know what to call it in English. Moat? Okay, thank you. Yeah, that moat where they had a rally point and a lot of infantry in, they completely blocked us from pushing this way as well. So that, coupled to what happened in the east, I think was in big part why we couldn't push.
Okay,
despite having mortar support and tank support, it was still too much, I guess.
It is an incredibly hard objective. At one point, you almost got the cap. Like you said, you were starting to push in. I think Flavian was, and a few of his men were using the river to get inside the castle and start clearing it out. I saw halfway through the game there was an MSP near the second cap. Did at some point you thought you had the cap and was getting ready for the second one?
I think it wasn't the MSP. It was FOB, wasn't it?
I can't remember if it was MSP or an FOB. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a FOB north of the second point because we didn't have anywhere else to put that second FOB. So we just thought, at least it's there if we manage to somehow take the points. And yeah, that was just it.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, tanks wise tonight, I didn't know this, but apparently you had AT guys roaming around like the road, stopping the German tanks or delaying them. Who was that?
That was Piper. I think it was man of the match, like again. Last run on the first match, if I remember correctly. And Matt Fox as well. They were together in a jeep and they just roamed around, destroying everything they saw.
Ah, fair. Were they AT or Logis?
ATs. They were both ATs.
Very fair. Well, apparently they did a good job because Hetzer said the tanks were really struggling, so they did a good job apparently.
Yeah, they destroyed a lot of MSPs, Logis, tanks. They really, I think that and the tanks was really why we won. or why we had enough ticket to go to the finals anyway.
Yeah, it was
That's
very
really what made the difference.
close. It really did come down to the tank kills and vehicle kills, really. Did you guys realize how close it was on tickets? And at any point did you think we should maybe slow down a little bit?
I knew we were somewhat close in tickets, but in our minds, the objective was always to capture the points. And I mean, we can't just like wait back and not push the point. It's kind of boring, I feel like.
Yeah.
So we just kept on pushing, and yeah, hoping to find an opening in their defenses and somehow get to the point. We almost managed to, but we were not able to clear the castle towers. And yeah, the defense was just great, and yeah, just a great game all around.
Yeah, I think it came around with really just 8 minutes left. That push at the end was so close. You neutralized it. I can't see in admin how close you were to actually capping it, but I imagine you guys got pretty close. How close were you?
I think it was like 25%.
So yeah, you guys were really close.
It's we almost had it, but the guys that were in the castle's tower, they just managed to push us back. That was really well played from KGL.
Yeah, it was incredible from both sides. I think they had one squad position in that castle, and twice they were really just 4 guys with the last line of defense, and the rest of the team had to rush forward to support them. So they did,
like these guys coupled with the attack from the northwest. Yeah, they just cut us off really well. They destroyed like 3 of our rally points, I think, and yeah, it was just really well played. A really nice counter push.
Yeah, they it's on stream right now. They had one squad flank around behind you guys, and it was just enough to help keep a hold of the point. So incredible use of tactics from both teams. It was great to see such organization and just rapidness. How is communication when it comes to you guys? Because you're not one clan. You're a bunch of clans together. How is the communication between squads and the clans?
Yeah, so when we first created the Coalition Francophone during the first season of the ladder, it was really tough. We had a lot of internal problems, a lot of drama for pretty much nothing that happened in game, and yeah, we just kept on playing together more and more games, and we just started finding a bit of synergy, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
And like each clan has its strengths, so we use these strengths to the best we can, I guess. And yeah, we just like communication is really good now. Everybody knows how to communicate, I guess. And yeah, communication is clean. There's no spam or anything. Yeah, it's pretty good. Like where you saw, I think when we started capping the points, all of a sudden like everyone was just rushing, doing everything they could to get inside or like just in the cap zone.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I think there was
even
good communication.
Even
good
a tank almost drowned itself. It was
it did. It was a bit scary to see on the stream. I thought he died this way, but no, he died after by a Nazi guy, I think.
Yeah, it was he was a little bit close. He got a bit too risky, but hey, it almost paid off. So it was incredible to see, and it really did hype things up and add that attention. So it was good to see. Well, based on tonight, then technically you didn't win this match. So based on that, is there anything in the future that you would practice going into this map and this layer?
Into the same map, you mean?
Yeah, if we were on the same map, is there anything you would do different or practice?
I think we would get more practice for sure because we only had one training game. That was yesterday actually. And yeah, during this game we took the castle really easily, and like it was really fast as well. So maybe we got a bit cocky because of that. But even if some people got cocky, we know RA9, we know WFT, we know there are really good teams, and yeah, we've had like dozens and dozens of games with RA9 in just friendly matches, and we kind of know how they play and what are their strengths. So
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think my internet just cut out. Or
Oh.
my mic, maybe? I don't know.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, so we did our best, and it wasn't enough, I guess.
Okay.
Almost.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, is there anyone from your side tonight that you would nominate for MVP? Chat, do you have any questions?
Yeah, for sure.
Get your
The
questions in
tank
chat.
squad that was in the Churchill, they
Get
did the most damage by far.
get your questions in now, chat. That was Lucky Shoot and Heroic, I think, are the call out
Yeah, it
names.
was.
Yeah, they did an incredible job, both of them. I think they ended up with 3 tank kills, then a couple of transports and an MSP maybe. So really,
MSP, yeah, and as well. I mean, I couldn't say which of the tank did more, but yeah, they're the one that I saw in the place where it counted the most at the right time. So
yeah.
yeah, I would say it's them.
Fair enough. Both tank crews did incredible, and it really did decide the fate of the match. So yeah. One of the questions were, who were your snipers and where were they?
So our snipers were Ben to the north in the LNO squad, and Keiko's Master, which was to the southwest.
Okay, fair enough. Do you love the FFL with the Churchill?
Yeah, we do.
Another question is, will you prepare more going into the finals?
We will definitely try to have more training matches, hopefully with KGL, if it's possible, because they are, for me, they are one of the best team in this ladder. So I hope we can have some more training matches with them in the coming weeks before the finals.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, Drill is 02, which is the maps for the finals, is going to be a tricky one, I think, because you have to cross the bridge, and the bridge you can cross are buildable, and the enemy can destroy it. I think it's going to be an interesting game.
Oh, has the finals map already been decided? Drill?
Yeah, it's Drill as 02, yeah.
Ah, I didn't know. That's my favorite map. That's going to be a good game.
It is a really good map.
Well, talking about the finals, then, you're going to be going up against the 501E guys. You've already beat them in the group stage. Is there anything going into the finals that you're going to do differently or practice? Is there anything about their team that you know is a strength?
Yes, we know that the really big strengths of the Fiberforce team is their discipline and their coordination. So we'll have to do our best, I guess, to match their discipline and coordination. I think to be able to beat them, especially when we attack. Like, that's going to be really tricky.
Fair enough, fair enough. Is it decided who is going to attack and defend first? Is there a preference that you guys, do you like to attack first or defend first?
It's not decided yet. You know, I was talking with one of the guys from Fiberfest earlier to decide when we were going to play. But no, there's nothing decided yet. But I'll be sure to let you know once we do.
Okay, fair enough. I don't see any more questions in chat, and I don't want to press you too much on the finals because you've probably got things you don't want to say about it, so you can prepare. So, is there anything you would just like to add?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank all of KGL for this amazing game. I think most of our guys had fun. It was just the best game we had in this ladder. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, well, I thank you for joining me, Polarize. It's been a pleasure, and probably this was the best game in the tournament so far for me to cast anyway. And I think for everyone watching, it was the most intense to watch as well. So
yeah, there's just one thing I want to add. I want to say thank you to Keiko's Master for making us restart the server because he got banned from the server because he team killed too many people.
Oh,
yeah, I think the guys from Call FR wanted me to say that.
Yeah, look, that kind of happened to me in my first game as well. So I forgive him. I forgive him. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll just make a bit of we'll just poke a bit of fun at him.
Yeah, but thank you for joining me, man. I'll love you and leave you now. Good game. Good luck in the finals. I'm really looking forward to it. Battle of the French. Who's going to be the best? Thank you, Kiko. Thank you.
I can't wait to play it. And thank you as well for casting this game and having us to do the interview.
No worries, man. It's my pleasure. I love you and leave you now. We're going to do the MVP vote. So, good night, man. Take care.
Good night.
And good luck. Chat. That was polarized. Thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for the follows throughout the interviews as well. We're going to do the MVP vote. Before I do that, if you're watching on YouTube, why aren't you here in chat? Look at all the names above me. Look at all the subs being given out. You're missing out. If you're watching on YouTube, you're missing 90% of the content. Make sure you drop by the channel, twitch.tv/the_Yazoo. Take part in these events live as they happen. We do custom one life events, realism events. We do tournaments like this. There's regular gameplay. You're missing out. Make sure you drop by the channel. Also, remember to subscribe. 60% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. Be sure to subscribe. With that being said, on to the MVP vote. I've got a couple of names down. Let's do the vote. I need to remember how to do this now. 5-minute poll is now live. Go vote. Go take part in the vote. Who have we got in it? We have Mope03, who was the AT guy for the King's German Legion. He did an incredible job. The snipes with his Panzerschreck got him a few tank kills, also pushed tanks away a lot of the times. Mope03 did a good job for the King's German Legion. Loser205, who was nominated by King's German Legion for his squad leading. Good job to Loser for his squad leading. Then we've got Lucky Shoot and Heroic Medic, or Hero Medic, who were the tank crew for the Churchill. And then we've got Level and Honnet, who were the tank crew for the Firefly. Both those tank crews were on Cole FR. They did an incredible job. Really, it could be argued that they decided who were going into the finals. So good job to them. Who am I going to cast my vote for? Cole FR tank crewmen are fucking legends. They did so good. Both with infantry support and also just taking out tanks themselves. Map control. I'm going to have to vote for my personal vote. I'm going to throw it to Lucky Shoot and Heroic Medic myself. The Churchill was alive since the start of the game. It did an incredible job at the beginning. He did an incredible job since the very beginning of the map, helping push the infantry at the very beginning, getting tank kills, getting MSP kills, getting transport vehicle kills. The Churchill on its own must have racked up 50 plus tickets at a minimum. 50 plus tickets at the minimum, which can be argued that on its own got their team into the finals. Not discrediting Level and Honnet in the Firefly, though. They did an incredible job as well. They got some long-range snipes. They took out a Panther. And they also one-shot that Tiger at incredible distance as well. Let's not discredit that. They got some incredible shots. And they also destroyed a P4. So the Firefly crew also did incredible. We're not going to discredit them. In fact, everyone in this game did incredible. I can't argue. Aside from Michel, who decided he's going to try swim. he tried to swim. Michel, he maybe needs some swimming lessons, you know? But it was an incredible performance from both teams. Everyone did a great job. Loser kicked your ass as a squad lead. And again, thank you everyone for the amount of support you've been given. I love you all. You're all absolute legends. Appreciate it all. Be sure this video will be going up on YouTube. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to YouTube. And if you want to know when I go live here on Twitch, you can follow me, or you can also join my Discord, follow me on Twitter. I always announce when I'm going live and stuff. So feel free to join my Discord. Make sure you vote in the MVP. Oh, it's so hot. Oh, that was incredible, though. A really good game. So, Drell02. Drell02 is going to be the next map. I kind of just want to load it up quickly, because Drill is my favorite map. Drill is my favorite map in the game, especially for tanking. It's the best tanking map. And I didn't know the finals map was already selected. I'm just going to double check it was Drill 02. I mean, I believe the dude. I just can't remember if that's what it said.
Et dans l'indépendance.
Soldiers, sailors, and airmen
of the Allied Expedition Force. Announcements. It must be in here, right? Is it not in there? Where is it? Oh, here it is. I found it. I can't find it. I can't find it. MVP vote is almost over. If you haven't voted already, go vote. Go quickly vote. Drill 02. And then for the 3rd and 4th place, they're playing Oosterbeek 03. Where's Drill? Go vote on the MPV award. Go do it. A French final. That is So last season we had an Italian and German championship. This season we're gonna have an all French championship. Ooh. Congratulations to Lucky Shoe and Heroic Medic for winning the MVP vote with 60%. Arguably got their team into the final. Behind them is Mope with 30%, who was the tank hunter for King German Legion. Congratulations to him. He did an incredible job tonight. Loser, 10%. Squad leader for King German Legion. And then Lavelle and Honnet with no votes. Really? No votes? Whew. Congratulations to Lucky Shoot and Heroic. Some incredible tanking there, though. It really was incredible tanking from the Coalition Francophone. Every tank crew did an incredible job. So congratulations to them. So this is the map for the finals. Interesting.